Hi there, this is Tracy at Tracing Dreams. Today I'm going to share with you an Ollie's haul. So I got a few things from Ollie's last week and then went back to the same one this week because my friend Mary had told me they had paper for 10 cents. So yeah, 10 cents a piece for open stock paper. So I'm going to go through some of that and I'm going to show you a really cool set that I found there at the end here as well. So Mary had seen on Tammy Hallowwood's channel that she had been to one of the stores here in Michigan and gotten some nice open stock paper. So maybe I'll start with that. So I got this paper, let's see, yesterday, April 14th. After work I stopped, and now I bought quite a few of each of these sheets because they had a lot of it, and again they were only 10 cents each. So this is just basic red cardstock, Basil brand though, and it's a really nice weight, nice heavy weight. This is a 12 by 12 Basil, and on camera it probably just looks white, but it does have these little kind of like speckles in it. And so I did get a bunch of this because man, I could use this a lot in a lot of things, and I'm going to share some of it too with some friends, so I'm not going to use it all myself. This was kind of a unique one here. This is by, I think, Recollections, and this is an embossed kind of tree print here, wood print. So yeah, I thought that was kind of fun. This is an 8.5 by 11 by Coordinations, and it's a light green plaid. This is probably the coolest piece they had there. This is Jen Hatfield Stardust printed acetate, and again 10 cents a sheet for this, guys. So I did get quite a bit of this because I'm going to share some with my friend Mary. And then this is just a real thin piece of scrapbook paper by Recollections. It says Lavender Geometric, but I just thought it was really pretty. So again, for 10 cents, we'll use that. Really love this. This is like an embossed white paper with flowers. And let's see, the paper company it says. So yeah, I really like that. This one was pretty cool too. And this was Paige Evans. I don't know if it says 13 Bungalow Lane. Is that the name of it? And this is the other side here. It's got like a blue stripe. But this, I did get a bunch of this too because I knew my friend Mary would want some. But also the things you could do with this paper, I mean, to cut it, make little snippets or little clusters, or you know, all sorts of cool things that you could do with this. So again, for 10 cents, it was a good deal. I saw these cute little monkey stamps that I might end up sending maybe in Happy Mail or something like that to somebody, but I thought those were really cute, and they normally go for $9.99. They were $1. Got this for $1 as well. Let me see if I can cut it open. This is We Are Memory Keepers. Got the wrong here. This will work better. Sorry. Okay, so this is Albums Made Easy, 18 3x4-inch cards, and I think they're all travel themed. So I thought this was cute. Stick in like a travel journal or something like that. I only got one of these because I have a ton of Project Life cards that I got from Ollie, so I don't need a lot of these, but I just thought it was cute. This is a repeat purchase. I had bought these before, and when I opened them up, I just thought, wow, these are really cool. So they're pocket cards and envelopes, and you can kind of see from the picture here that they open up like that. And how cool would that be to make like a little journal or folio or something like that out of those? This I thought was super cute. I got a couple of these last week and then a couple more this week for $1. These sticker and ephemera packs with cherry themed. I mean, look at how cute that is. So I picked up extras of these because I think I'm going to share them with some friends, but yeah, I really love those. So cute. I got this ruler last week. They didn't have it there again this week. It's just a conversion ruler where I guess you use this little thing to kind of convert measurements and things. I don't know how much I'll use it for converting the measurements, but I did like that it was clear so you can see it through it while you use it. So, and that's from We Are Memory Keepers. Then another thing I got, I'm going to cut this open so I can see it. This is project paper by DCWV, and it's the script. I wanted to open it to see whether it's matte or shiny on the inside. It's hard to tell when they have the plastic on it. Oh my goodness. Sorry about all the noise. But yeah, it's mostly matte. I'm gonna cut the tape here a little bit. It's a little shiny, and it's more of a, almost has like a little bit of a plasticky feel to it, almost like a shelf liner kind of thing. But yeah, it's cool. I got a couple rolls of this because I thought it would be nice to put on maybe some boxes or things in my craft room to cover them to make them look a little nicer. So yeah, that's nice. It could also be a journal cover. Put it on something thicker. Then the last thing I found, and so when I went on an Ollie's road trip with Mary from Plethora of Paper last year, she found one of these, and I didn't get one at the time because I do have some of these paper making materials already, but I saw it again this time and I'm like, man, I better get this. So let's see if I can zoom out here so you can see it. So it's 2 big tubs that are, I don't even know how big these are. Let me see if I can measure it. Probably about 24 inches long and about maybe 13 or 14 inches wide. So it's got the 2 big tubs, then it has these 2 smaller tubs in it as well for paper making, and then lots of paper making things inside the tubs too. So all for $9.99. And as you can see, it's taped off, says sold as a set, and I've seen it this way in other Ollies as well, but they only had one of them there, so I picked it up. Even though I have a few of these screens and things for paper making already, I was using kind of these cheap little like almost like aluminum foil pans that you get at the grocery store or whatever. It was not holding up very well. So let's pull these out. I'm going to pull them out one at a time here so we can see what all is in here, because there is a ton of stuff in here. So in the bottom, and see these bins alone normally went for $29.99. Is that right? A Recollections plastic tub. So, and then they had an Ollie's price for $2.99, but it was all bundled up into one big thing. So these are tag and envelope templates, probably for making your own paper tag envelopes and things. And those would normally go for $24.99, which, as we know, you know, the Recollection stuff, when that would be at the craft stores and things, we never pay the full amount. We'd have a coupon or it'd be on sale or something, but still, that alone right there is a good deal. And I don't have any of these tag making things, so I'm gonna have fun figuring those out. Oh, and I missed something in the bottom here. Let's see what this is. These are paper confetti mix-ins for your paper when you make your own paper, and those went for $5.99 each. Then this tub here, see what all is in here. So in this in itself is a good size tub for paper making too, and I usually do paper making like once a year. So this was 11, about 15 and a half, 16, something like that. So I do paper making about once a year where I'll get all my stuff out. And sorry, this is not wanting to, oh, that's because there's a plastic thing on there. When it's nice out, nice and sunny, because I really like to put the paper outside to dry because otherwise if you dry it inside it takes quite a while. But I save like my kids' old school papers, especially the ones that are on like the colored copy paper and that, and then I put them through the paper shredder and end up with some good paper scraps to make paper with. So these are, I forget what these are called, but I have used these before, and I have bigger ones that I use to make almost like an 8.5 by 11, but it's nice to have some of these small ones as well. The sponges, which are important because you have to sponge off the extra water. This, I'm not sure what you use it for. I'll have to read the directions here, but I wonder if you kind of rub it on the paper. And there's this too, which maybe you use after the paper's made to kind of roll it. This is like the shredded paper that you would use. And then some towels. And then it has this little packet in here that kind of says what everything is. And has some directions there too. Yeah, I have an old blender that I bought at the thrift store that I use for blending up my paper and water and that to make the paper, because you don't want to use your blender that you use on food. That would just be gross. So, and maybe not safe. So let's see what's in the other one here. Sorry, I have to get all this out of the way. Okay. And then this one, to me, looks like it is the same set. Let's see here. So I am betting these sets went for quite a bit more than $10, I would think. This is $69.99. That is crazy. So definitely a good deal on this. So I was kind of kicking myself. I'm like, why didn't I just buy one of those back then when I saw them originally? Well, I didn't want to, they do take up quite a bit of room. But I definitely think it's worth it for everything that you got in here. So, yeah, that's another one there. So, yeah. So if you do see these out there at Ollie's, if you want to give paper making a try, $10 is kind of worth it. So you might want to try those out. So thank you so much for joining me today with my Ollie's Howl. And if you have any comments or questions or anything, just let me know in the comment section. And oh, I forgot to say what store I was at. I was at the one in Saginaw, Michigan too. So if any of you were wondering where I got all these goodies, I'll see you soon in my next video. Bye.